The sanctified mindset. Cultivating sacred awareness explores the profound transformation that unfolds when one's mind resonates with the sacred essence of life. This concept emphasizes the importance of understanding life's complexities and challenges in the pursuit of a more enlightened state of being. The sanctified mindset represents a state of consciousness where every facet of existence, including one's pursuits, well-being, relationships, desires, affections, and the myriad challenges encountered along life's path, finds its place in understanding. It is a mindset that transcends the mundane and embraces the profound interconnectedness of all aspects of life. This transformation is not achieved through the mere accumulation of knowledge, listening to lectures, or physical postures. Instead, it demands a revolution in the realm of consciousness itself. It requires a shift in perspective that allows for a more objective and unbiased observation of reality, unclouded by personal prejudices and judgments. Conflict is a central theme addressed in this discussion. Conflict, whether on the surface or hidden within our inner selves, erodes the fabric of our essence. It arises from the division between the observer and the observed, causing inner turmoil and strife. Understanding the nature of conflict is crucial to achieving a sanctified mindset. One key element in achieving a sanctified mindset is the practice of observation without judgment. Instead of perceiving oneself as an external entity looking inward, the individual learns to observe without the presence of a separate observer. This shift eliminates the conflict that arises from self-judgment and condemnation. As the division between thinker and thought dissolves, the individual experiences a sense of unity with the observed. This unity extends beyond the realm of sound or external observations and encompasses the intricate landscape of one's own mind. This journey to self-awareness ultimately leads to an encounter with the eternal essence, a state of being where stillness and simplicity prevail. In summary, the sanctified mindset. Cultivating sacred awareness is an exploration of the transformative power of shifting one's perspective to embrace the interconnectedness of all aspects of life. It emphasizes the need to observe without judgment, dissolve the division between the observer and the observed, and ultimately discover the eternal essence within the present moment. This journey towards sacred awareness represents a profound shift in consciousness and a deeper understanding of the self and existence. The labyrinth of thought. Unveiling inner conflict delves into the intricate landscape of the human mind, highlighting the complex nature of inner conflict and the importance of understanding its roots. The discussion begins by acknowledging the profound transformation that can occur when one cultivates a mind that resonates with the sacred essence of life. This transformation involves finding meaning and interconnectedness in every aspect of existence, from personal pursuits to relationships and challenges. One crucial point emphasized in this exploration is that achieving such a sanctified mindset is not a journey that can be undertaken by simply accumulating knowledge, listening to lectures, or practicing physical postures. Instead, it requires a revolution in consciousness itself, a transformation that goes to the core of our being. Conflict emerges as a central theme, both within ourselves and in the external world. The mind is described as a tumultuous battlefield where desires clash and conflicts arise. This inner turmoil often prevents the mind from delving into the profound depths of true religiosity or spiritual understanding. The text introduces a fundamental shift in perspective, encouraging the reader to observe without judgment. It highlights the common tendency to perceive oneself as an external entity looking inward, which inadvertently creates division and contradiction. This division arises when we judge and condemn what we observe within ourselves. To truly understand the conflict, the text suggests observing without the presence of an external observer, a perspective where there is no division between the observer and the observed. This shift in perspective dissolves the conflict, as the observer is no longer separate from what is observed. The text also distinguishes between perception and analysis. While analysis separates the observer from the observed and often results in increased conflict, pure observation unites the two, leading to a state of unity and understanding. This understanding is presented as the key to liberation from the bonds of habitual judgment and conflict. An exercise is introduced, encouraging readers to observe their reactions to external stimuli, such as a humming noise. This exercise illustrates how a shift in perspective can eliminate resistance and conflict, allowing for a more harmonious experience. The text concludes by emphasizing that the journey is not merely a mental exploration, but a profound change in perspective. It encourages readers to recognize the interconnectedness of all aspects of life, to solve the boundaries between the self and the observed, and ultimately discover a state of inner unity and stillness. In summary, The Labyrinth of Thought, unveiling inner conflict, offers deep insights into the complexities of the human mind and the ways in which inner conflict arises. It advocates for a transformative shift in perspective, highlighting the importance of observing without judgment and dissolving the division between the observer and the observed to achieve a state of inner unity and understanding. The Observer and the Observed. Dissolving division is a contemplative exploration of the relationship between our perception of ourselves and the conflicts that often arise within our consciousness. This narrative delves into the idea that recognizing and embracing the interconnection between the observer and the observed can lead to a profound shift in our understanding and inner harmony. The narrative commences by framing the concept of observing oneself as a fundamental aspect of self-awareness. It acknowledges that many of us tend to perceive ourselves as external entities looking inward. This perspective creates a division between the one who observes, the observer, and the object of observation, the observed. It suggests that this division can often give rise to inner conflicts as the observer, influenced by personal judgments and biases, reacts to what it observes. The central theme revolves around the idea that the observer and the observed are not separate entities but are intrinsically linked. To truly understand the nature of inner conflict, the narrative proposes that one should observe without this fixed division between the observer and the observed. When this division is dissolved, it becomes possible to grasp the profound significance of pure observation. The narrative contends that adopting this perspective, where there is no clear distinction between the observer and the observed, leads to a state of unity and understanding. In this state, resistance and conflict diminish because the observer is no longer separate from what is being observed. It emphasizes that this shift in perspective is a key to unlocking inner harmony and transcending habitual judgments and conflicts. The importance of self-knowledge is underlined throughout the narrative. It suggests that true self-understanding comes from recognizing the fluid and permeable nature of the boundary between the self and the external world. By shifting the perspective from an external observer to one of pure observation, it is possible to gain insights into the intricate complexities of consciousness. An analogy is used in the narrative to illustrate this shift in perspective. Example of perceiving a background noise like the humming of a fan. When we resist or judge the noise as an external annoyance, we create conflict. However, when we fully immerse ourselves in the noise, accepting it as part of our experience, resistance and conflict dissolve. The narrative concludes by emphasizing that this shift in perspective is not just an intellectual exercise, but a profound transformation of consciousness. It invites the reader to embark on this journey of self-awareness, recognizing that unity and understanding can be found by dissolving the division between the observer and the observed. In summary, The Observer and the Observed. Dissolving division offers a contemplative exploration of inner conflict and self-awareness. It advocates for a shift in perspective where the observer and the observed are no longer seen as separate entities, leading to a state of unity and understanding that transcends conflict and judgment. From separation to unity. The Journey Within is a philosophical exploration of the transformational journey from perceiving oneself as separate from the world to realizing a profound sense of unity and interconnectedness with all of existence. This narrative delves into the idea that by introspectively examining our sense of self and the boundaries we create, we can embark on a journey of self-discovery that ultimately leads to a state of unity and oneness. The narrative begins by acknowledging that many individuals tend to view themselves as separate entities in a world filled with distinct objects and beings. It highlights the common human experience of perceiving boundaries between the self and the external world. These boundaries are often reinforced by our cultural, societal, and personal conditioning, leading to a sense of separation and isolation. Central to the narrative is the idea that this sense of separation is a fundamental illusion of the human experience. It suggests that beneath the surface of our individual identities, there exists a deeper interconnected reality that unites all of existence. The journey from separation to unity is portrayed as a process of transcending the illusory boundaries we impose on ourselves. The narrative emphasizes that this journey is not merely an intellectual or philosophical exercise, but a deeply personal and introspective one. It encourages individuals to turn their attention inward and explore their own sense of self. Through self-inquiry and self-awareness, one can begin to deconstruct the layers of conditioning and beliefs that reinforce the illusion of separation. The narrative introduces the idea of mindfulness as a powerful tool for self-discovery and transformation. Mindfulness involves observing one's thoughts, emotions, and sensations without judgment or attachment. By practicing mindfulness, individuals can gain insight into the nature of their unconsciousness and start to dissolve the boundaries that separate them from the present moment and the world around them. The narrative also delves into the concept of ego, describing it as the part of the self that often reinforces the illusion of separation. It suggests that by becoming aware of the ego and its patterns of thought and behavior, one can begin to detach from it and experience a deeper sense of unity with all of existence. Throughout the narrative, the importance of self-reflection, meditation, and contemplative practices is highlighted as ways to facilitate this journey from separation to unity. These practices help individuals to go beyond the surface level of their identities and access a deeper, more profound awareness of their interconnectedness with the world. The narrative concludes by emphasizing that the journey from separation to unity is not a destination, but an ongoing process. It invites individuals to continue exploring their own consciousness, dissolving the illusion of separation, and embracing a sense of unity and oneness with all of existence. In summary, from separation to unity. The journey within is a philosophical exploration of the human experience of perceiving separation and the transformative journey toward recognizing our interconnectedness with the world. It advocates for self-inquiry, mindfulness, and contemplative practices as means to dissolve the illusion of separation and embrace a profound sense of unity and oneness. The eternal in the present. Awakening to self-knowledge is a profound exploration of the concept that true self-knowledge leads to a profound awakening to the eternal essence of the present moment. This narrative delves into the idea that by deeply understanding oneself, individuals can transcend the limitations of time and access a timeless dimension of existence, finding profound wisdom and serenity in the here and now. The narrative begins by acknowledging the common human tendency to be preoccupied with the past and the future. Many people spend their lives either reminiscing about past experiences or anxiously anticipating future events, often neglecting the richness of the present moment. It emphasizes that this fixation on time-bound concerns can obscure a deeper truth, that the eternal essence is accessible in the here and now. Central to the narrative is the concept of self-knowledge as the key to this awakening. It suggests that self-knowledge involves going beyond the surface-level understanding of oneself and delving into the depths of one's consciousness. It entails exploring the intricate layers of one's thoughts, emotions, desires, and beliefs to uncover the essence of one's being. The narrative highlights that self-knowledge is not a passive process, but an active and introspective journey. It encourages individuals to turn their attention inward and engage in profound self-inquiry. By observing their own thoughts, emotions, and reactions without judgment or attachment, individuals can gain insight into the nature of their unconsciousness. A central theme in the narrative is the idea that the present moment contains the seeds of eternity. It suggests that by fully immersing oneself in the present and embracing it without resistance, individuals can access a timeless dimension of existence. This timeless dimension is characterized by a profound sense of serenity, wisdom, and interconnectedness with all of life. The narrative introduces the practice of mindfulness as a powerful tool for awakening to the eternal in the present. Mindfulness involves cultivating a heightened awareness of each moment, accepting it as it is, and letting go of the habitual mental chatter that distracts from the present. Through mindfulness, individuals can peel away the layers of conditioned thinking and access the eternal essence that underlies all experiences. The narrative also touches upon the concept of ego, describing it as the part of the self that often pulls individuals out of the present moment and into the realm of past and future concerns. It suggests that by becoming aware of the ego and its patterns of thought, individuals can begin to transcend its imitations and experience a deeper sense of self. Throughout the narrative, the importance of meditation and contemplative practices is emphasized as means to facilitate self-knowledge and awakening. These practices enable individuals to go beyond the superficial layers of the egoic self and connect with the eternal essence of their being. The narrative concludes by underscoring that the journey to awakening is an ongoing process. It invites individuals to continue their exploration of self-knowledge, to embrace the present moment with gratitude and acceptance, and to discover the profound wisdom and serenity that come from accessing the eternal in the here and now. In summary, the eternal in the present. Awakening to self-knowledge is a philosophical exploration of the transformative power of self-knowledge in accessing the timeless dimension of the present moment. It advocates for self-inquiry, mindfulness, and contemplative practices as means to awaken to the eternal essence of existence and find profound wisdom and serenity in the here and now.